everybody, this is Chad the Gaming Dad, and today we are talking about a very recent release that I'm very excited about. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. I'll tell you, you guys, anybody who's watched my show or listened to this on any kind of regular basis, you know that I really like the retro games. Not just because, hey, I like retro, but I actually like the way they play. I'm an older guy, and the way that you play these older games is much more appealing to me than most of the hand-holding and everything that we get today. So, with that said, here we have Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. It's out now for Switch and PS4. It's been on Steam for a long time. And back in the day, it was on GameCube and the original Xbox. I actually was thinking about doing a video about this a while back, and so I recorded a whole bunch of gameplay off of an Xbox. I'm running it through a thing where you put the composite video in, turns it into HDMI, so this is as clean a version of the old Xbox as I could get. And I played through that. I mean, this game will test you. It will test your patience. It will test your skills. You have to save scum like you have never saved scummed before, because every turn you make can be your last in this game. It is tough, it's demanding, but it's a lot of fun. And the port that we've got now is only single player. There's no multiplayer, which is kind of fine because, I don't know, I like the single player stuff most of the time better anyway. But before we go any further, there's one major glaring thing about this port, that it's on Switch and on PS4, both of them. There is no way for you to set up the controls to inverted. Now, I know those who do not invert think that inverting your vertical controls on your stick is just stupid, and then the rest of us, like me, I always use inverted ever since the dawn of time, because I played a lot of flight games and I got used to the stick in a flight game where you pull down to look up and push forward to look down. And so I always invert everything. I almost can't play this right now, simply because the inversion, it's kind of like, I don't know, if someone just hands you a book in a language that you don't read, you're not going to be able to read it very well. You might be able to make out some of the words, but you're going to be awful confused. In this game, every time I play it, whenever I try to look around, move the camera up and down, I have to have a thought. It slows me down. It makes me think about what I'm doing instead of just playing the game. But luckily, the news is out that these guys have heard that this is a problem, and there's a patch coming in the next couple of weeks, they said. So if you are like me and you always play everything inverted, maybe hold off until this patch comes out, because right now you're going to be all over the place. The first hour I played this game, I hardly could do anything because I was constantly pushing the wrong direction when I wanted to aim in a different way. So anyway, forget about that. I mean, don't forget about it, but for now, we're not going to talk about that anymore. If that's important to you, hold off till the patch. But if you like the sticks to be up is up and down is down, then it's already set up good for you, or if you can deal with that, then fine. But these games came out, the port is only $9.99, so $10 for this thing. Super cheap for a really quality game. I swear, I've played tons of the new games that have come out. I've played a lot of things, and I've played the first 2 or 3 hours of a lot of things, is what I should say, because I lose interest after that. They don't pull you in, they don't suck you in. This game is one of those ones that you will get hooked on. If you're like me, if you're like some of us that have been around for a while and really played games since the beginning, this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. It's very difficult, but it's super fun. I mean, yes, there are issues. You shoot like a stormtrooper in this game. You know, even when you're shooting at the stormtroopers, the aim is not super tight. The gun, it shoots bullets all over the place. Pew pew to the left, pew pew to the right. You never hit what you're hitting, and even when you do hit it, sometimes you have to hit them a couple times. I found that if you aim for the head and you actually get your laser beam, your bullet, to hit them in the head, usually that will register a hit and take them out in one shot. So there are ways to get better at this game, and you're going to need to because it's very demanding. I have it on the second of 4 settings. I believe there are 4 different ones that you can choose from, and I only have it on the second difficult. It's crazy. This thing is just one of those old school games that will test you, and man, but it's so great. It's got the music, it's got the sound effects, everything sounds and looks just right. You have to run around worrying about picking up ammo, you have to pick up health packs, you have to pick up shields. It doesn't really give you much as far as any kind of tutorial, doesn't give you any of that kind of stuff where it's going to make it too easy for you. You actually have to be a gamer and be able to play this game and figure it out. That's the best part about it. So let's look at the port a little bit. There are differences a little bit between the PS4 and then also the Nintendo Switch version. On the Switch version, I believe that it looks a little bit grainier. It also doesn't have the anti-aliasing. You see a bunch of jaggedy edges around the side, especially when it's in 16:9 view. You can either pick the wide view or the old standard 4:3. And the old standard, I think, is better when you're playing on a TV on the Switch, because otherwise everything just kind of looks stretched on the Switch. Now, when you're on PS4 and you put it into widescreen mode, it looks a lot better. But I don't think PS4 is even stretching it to the full width of your screen. It's just, there's a little bit of a black box around everything, so maybe that's what's helping it. But everything runs a little smoother, a little sharper on the PS4. The PS4 is very similar to what I have seen playing the PC port of this. So I believe really what they did is they just ported the PC version of this game, and the PlayStation definitely runs it better. But there's one thing that is better on the Switch, and that is motion controls. Now, if you don't like motion controls or something like that, then obviously this isn't for you. But I found that leaving the motion controls on, especially when they don't have this patch out yet, and I'm dealing with the inverted, not inverted thing, it helps really to aim a little bit closer. If you can get the stick somewhere near where you want to aim, and then you use the motion controls to fine-tune it, right, to like shoot them in the head or something, that's very helpful. And that works when it's in handheld mode because the Joy-Cons, and if you have a Pro controller or some other third-party controller that has the gyroscope in it, then you can use that even when it's on the TV. So the Switch version is very nice. It is, like I said, a little bit less clear, has a little bit more jaggies than the PS4 version, but you do get the motion controls, which is very nice because honestly the best way to play this is to play it on the PC with a mouse because that's where you get the best aim and everything. But having it on the go, having it in handheld on the Switch is a really great addition to the Switch. I couldn't help myself. I had to put it on there. And then as far as the PS4 goes, well, I just wanted to try it out there too. So look at me go. So anyway, this is a real quick video. I just wanted to jump on here and let everybody know about this port. It's definitely a game that everybody that likes old school style games should check out. This is one of the best. And I also, from reading things on the internet, apparently early on in 2020, which is only a few months away, early on in 2020, they're supposed to be releasing the sequel to this, which was Jedi Academy. And that one is supposed to have the multiplayer in it as well, which is great because it's lightsaber combat multiplayer, which is totally cool. But the single player in these games, it lasts a long time, especially if you want to try to beat the higher difficulties. On Switch, there isn't anything as far as achievements, but on PS4, you do. And it does look like there's a Platinum too. So if you're the kind of person that likes to chase after those, there's a whole bunch to do here on that. For $10, man, if you get a Platinum on this, you're going to be spending some time. So I think it's really well worth the $10, and it's a great addition. I mean, how many times can you go back and play the old Doom games like that? This is that style of game with much better graphics, and with the new Star Wars games coming up soon, I honestly don't know that the new one is going to beat the old one. I think I might rather play this than the new one that's coming out in November. So I don't know. We'll wait and see, but In the meantime, definitely check this out if you're a fan of these old style games. It's super fun, super hard, but wow, you feel great when you can finally beat those levels and keep going. Tons of cool puzzles, lots of tricky stuff in here. You may even have to go and look up a walkthrough. Remember back in the day when you used to do that? You go to GameFAQs and stuff so that you could find out where in the heck you're supposed to go. You get to do that again playing this. I'm having a great time with it. I think everybody else will too. So definitely check it out. And if you have any comments or any suggestions for me, go ahead and leave them down below. But otherwise, remember, you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.
Hey, thanks everybody for sticking with me and watching the entire video. I hope you liked it. The best way to help out the channel is to leave a like, leave a comment, and tell your friends. If you'd like to support the channel further, there are links in the description. But otherwise, always remember that you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.